Hey guys, how's it going? How is your beautiful old days going? I know I ask that every day, but I think that is a important part of the intro, don't you think? If you guys don't think that me checking up on you guys is an important part of the intro, and I don't know if you're doing it right. You understand? You understand me? Alright, so, based on the title of the video, you guys already know where this video is going. So, today I'm going to be very, very early ranking what I think the next season of the NFL is going to turn out. So we're going to be putting into a tier list what I think every team's record will be by the end of the season next season. We have not gone through free agency. Hell, by the time when I'm filming this video, the Super Bowl hasn't even been played yet. So, yeah, we're very, very early recording this video. So right here we have our tier list from 0 to 3 wins all the way up to 12 plus wins for each one of these teams down here. So yeah, let's kind of just get right into it. I think the video is very self-explanatory. So we're gonna start off with the Colts, who right now are coachless. They were 4-12-1 this season. And their quarterback situation is a question for another year in a row. I don't think they can roll with Matt Ryan. And if they do roll with Matt Ryan or Sam Ehlinger, and they don't get another quarterback on this team, which I think they're in store to get one, but I do not think that they're going to do much better than they did this year. So they're either a 3 or 4 win team, I believe. So I'm going to put them... Honestly, I don't see the Colts getting much better this year, if I'm being honest. I don't think the coach, whoever they hire as their coach right now, is not going to help them. They have major issues on this team, and it's not getting better. Jonathan Taylor can't carry this team by himself. So I'm going to go 0 to 3 wins. The Jaguars with Trevor Lawrence. I think shocked almost everybody this year. So I really do think that Trevor Lawrence is turning into a top 10, top 5 quarterback really, really quick. Besides the 4 interceptions in that Chargers game, he's actually played really good football in the playoffs, or he did play really good football in the playoffs. He played good football in the regular season. He was a little bit inconsistent, I will say. He let them lose to the Broncos. He had his ups and downs, but he is trending upwards, and his prospect, like his high prospect ability coming out of high school has really it's starting to show. It's starting to show why he was so good, or why he was such a high prospect. So he is at 9. I think they will be a 9 to 11 win team next season and back in the playoffs. The Titans, Derrick Henry's declining. Their receiving core is very, very rocky and kind of mid-tier. Treylon Burks is high potential, but right now he's not bona fide as a great player or anything yet, or a great guy. Like George Pickens came out straight out of their draft looking amazing. And their defense isn't especially great. So it's like their whole division. Oh, it looks like it's going by division basically. There's a couple that aren't in the right place. But I'm going to say that the Titans right now are going to finish just above the Colts with 4 to 6 wins. I'm going to go on the lower side, probably around 4 to 5 wins, I'm going to say. But I do not see Tennessee being a very great team next season. The Texans, they got D'Amico Ryans, and they're probably going to get, what are they? They're probably going to get Bryce Young. I don't see them going any higher than here. I think the Colts will be last in the do I think Colts are last in the division? Honestly, I'm actually going to switch these. I think the Colts can pull them out. They always do. I don't really ever see, besides that one season that Peyton Manning was hurt, I don't see them going 0 to 3 wins. I do see the Texans going back 0 to 3 wins, and they will blame it on D'Amico Ryans. They got a great coach in D'Amico Ryans, but they have to let him work it out. It's his first year as a head coach, and they do not have many pieces to build around anybody in that organization right now. So I'm going to say, as of today, Bryce Young is not going to bring this team up higher than a 3-win team. I think they are exactly a 3-win team, but they're not going to bring him much higher than he's not going to bring him much higher than that in his rookie year. Denver Broncos, my favorite team. I will try not to be biased, but as a Broncos fan, it's really hard to get hype about anything. The hire of Sean Payton sounds really good and baseline to a lot of other football fans, but I mean, you can never get too happy about the Broncos because they always disappoint you when you actually think they might be good for 1 year. I'm going to go 7 to 8 wins, though. I think Sean Payton elevates this team a decent amount. And I think Russell Wilson has a better year than he did last year, and they go 7 to 8 wins. My hope and my bias would put them up here. But I'm going to be reasonable, and I think they would be a 7 to 8 win team. But they had so many injuries. See, as a Broncos fan, it's hard for me not to say that they have such a great future for next year. But I have to be logical about this and not get my hopes too high. I'm going to say 9 to 11 wins. I'm just going to give it to them. Oh, God. See, they're setting me up for Denver always sets me up for failure. I already know. I don't think it's any secret that Kansas City's winning 12-plus wins. They have Patrick Mahomes. I mean, unless he tears his ACL in the Super Bowl, they're going 12-plus wins every single season for the rest of his career. The Raiders don't have Derek Carr anymore. I'm pretty sure they have just a little bit lower of a draft pick than the Broncos or than the Seattle has. I'm not sure what their draft pick is, but they finished third in the division right above Denver at 6 and 11, I believe. So, I mean, building in the draft, they're probably I would advise them to probably draft a quarterback because obviously they're not getting Tom Brady like they kept saying they're going to get because Tom Brady just retired. The Raiders, honestly, after that season with Derek Carr, who I think is underrated a little bit, I think that they'll be 4 to 6 wins, probably 5 or 6, and they will finish in the last in the AFC West. Justin Herbert and the Chargers will be 9 to 11 wins, as well as the Broncos will be. They as well as the Broncos were riddled with injuries this year, and I see them just coming back. They made it to the playoffs this year, completely choked, and choked hardcore. Whoa, hey! Dallas Cowboys. I see them as a 9 to 11 win team. They were great this year, choked in the playoffs again. I see it going the same way next year. The Giants, I think this was a little bit of a Cinderella story year for them. I don't see them going back to the same thing. I see them 7 to 8 wins. I think is a perfect place for them this year. Saquon Barkley will carry them to at least 5 wins. I think Daniel Jones is getting better. He'll carry them to a couple more wins. But other than that, I don't think they have the pieces to be better than a 7 to 8 win team. Eagles right now are looking amazing. I think 12-plus wins again. The 2 Super Bowl guys. People are crapping on the Eagles for having such an easy schedule. They literally put 31 points out, 24. We'll say 24 because that Devontae Smith catch wasn't really. But still, they put that many points up against the best defense I've seen since the 2015 Broncos. Like, they really are way better than people are giving them credit for. The Bills are also a 12-win team. They have Josh Allen. They have Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. I think that's self-explanatory. Washington right now, I don't know what to think about Washington. They always somehow get it to 7 to 8 wins, but I'm going to actually put them over at 4 to 6. I just don't see much upside with this team right now besides Terry McLaurin. Bears, 4 to 6 wins as well. They have Justin Fields. Justin Fields will take another step, but that step won't be enough to get them over. I mean, they were a 3-win team, and he took a giant step this year. So I'm going to say 4 to 6 wins. I think they get a little bit better in this draft, but not world-changing better. The Lions, 9 to 11 wins. After their close to this season, they have absolutely convinced me that this is finally their time. This is finally their time to make a splash and do something. Jared Goff is good enough to take this team, and they are so talented throughout the team. They are so gritty, shows so much heart. And every year I've talked about they are the most dangerous team in the league because even when they're bad, they pull off something and they always make games close, almost always make games close. The Lions are one of the most dangerous teams in the league. The Packers, I have a feeling that Aaron Rodgers won't be there next year. I know we've said this for like 3 years in a row, and they've had issues with Aaron Rodgers for 3 years in a row. But what were they? 4 to 6 again? Were they 4 to 6? Did they win like 5 or 6 games or 7 games? Oh, no, wait. They almost made the playoffs. I think they won 8 games. I'm going to say they win 8 games again, even if Jordan Love is their quarterback. I think all around this team is just a 7 and 8 team. Those wide receivers over there are definitely stepping up, and that's really going to help them out. So I think they're a 7-8 win team, as well as the Vikings. So I do have the Lions winning the division next year. The Vikings, actually no, I'll put them here because they have Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, and Adam Thielen, and all those guys, and T.J. Hawkinson, and a decent defense. So I'll put them in 9-11. I'm still gonna have the Lions winning this division with about 11 wins, and the Vikings probably with 9 or 10. But the Vikings they were the worst 13 and 4 team I've ever seen. Or 13 win team I've ever seen. It was kind of embarrassing the way they went out. Not only that, they didn't deserve to be there in the first place. Next, we got the Atlanta Falcons. So the Atlanta Falcons that now are going to be having Desmond Ridder. Is Marcus Mariota still missing? I actually don't know that. I just see in the draft they can upgrade. I don't see them being more than one of the worst teams in the league next year, though, along with the Texans. I just don't see much of their upside right now. They're in a hole, and I think the same about the Panthers. The Panthers need to have a rebuilding year. They just signed Frank Reich. I don't think that was the right hire. Although I don't think Frank Reich is a bad coach, but I don't think it was the right hire for their team right now. I think they're another 0-3 win team. This division is going to be the worst division in football again this year. But I think that the Saints will be one of the better teams in the division. I'm going to put them 7-8 wins simply because they have to play 6 times against divisional opponents, and I think they win most of those games. So I'm going to put the Saints 7-8 wins. And without Tom Brady, this is a 4-6 win team. This division is going to make the playoffs with 8 wins. Like, whoever wins this division has 8 wins and is going to get clobbered in the first round. The Cardinals, Kyler Murray is going to be out for at least half the season next season, and he's a big piece to this team. Even though he hasn't been playing the absolute most amazing football of his career, and they still haven't been performing when he is on the field, I still think that he's not going to be good enough to bring them over 4-6 wins. I think in the second half of the season is where they're going to get their most wins, but I don't see them going much higher than that unless he has another season like he did his rookie year. Was it his rookie year or the second year he was in the league, where he was in the running for MVP there for a while? Like, he was front runner for a while. But yeah, like 4-6 win range is good. The Dolphins, 7-8 wins I think is good for them. Tua, I've said this before, I think he's probably the most overrated quarterback in the league. He's not very good at football, and especially with these concussions, he may never come back. I mean, he's still in concussion protocol, and I think it's been like 4 or 5 weeks since he went into it. So his career is possibly over, and their backup for quarterback there, they made it to the playoffs, so they don't have a good draft pick. I don't know. If Tua doesn't come back, their future looks bad, but a 7-8 win team with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, I think is reasonable. I think Matthew Stafford has a decent comeback year. I think the team overall has a decent comeback year. If it doesn't work out, they do need to rebuild, but 7-8 wins I think is where they're at. So we have the 49ers, best defense in the NFL. I don't see it changing much, but the quarterback situation again is a huge question mark. Is Trey Lance going to be there? Trey Lance will be there, but is Trey Lance or Brock Purdy starting? Which one is better? Who's going to perform more? And with all the weapons that they have, I think that Trey Lance or Brock Purdy, whoever's starting, they're going to be prosperous. They are a 12-win team. Geno Smith and the Seahawks, I see them being a 7-8 win team. 7-8 win team. They're a great team. This year, I think they shocked everybody, but we saw the decline of Geno Smith on the tail end of this season. We've seen that he's not the most amazing player like we thought he was there for a while. The Patriots are a dumpster fire right now. 4-6 wins. They're bad, and I feel like they're going to get worse. Jacoby Myers is set to leave. Ramondre Stevenson is good, but Ramondre Stevenson also turns over the ball, and I feel like he's one of those running backs who are like a one-season wonder and stuff like that. The Jets, I think, are going to decline all the way back to a 4-6 win team again. The Ravens, I do think Lamar Jackson will be back. I actually do 100% believe that, and they will be back to the probably 11 wins. I would say 11 wins and a not a Super Bowl, a playoff appearance, 100%. Another easy 12-win team to me is the Bengals. They have an easy path to a 12 wins next year. Not an easy path, obviously. But Joe Burrow's just that guy. Deshaun Watson is not going to lead this team to amazingness. He's going to be a 7-10 is what I think they'll be. Mike Tomlin next season is still going to keep a winning season. Or is he though? Honestly, I don't know. I'm going to put him in 7-8. I don't think you can root against Mike Tomlin not having a winning season. But I just don't think that they get there this year or next year. Alrighty, so I only made one change. Everything else I think is fine personally. I put the Dallas Cowboys up in 12+ wins next season. I'm going to say they do, my idea for them is they do almost the exact same thing that they did this year. They look great in the regular season. The last couple games of the regular season, they kind of look like crumbly, and you wonder they might get past the first round and then they'll lose in the second round. But they're losing in the playoffs before the Super Bowl in either way. Let me know what you guys think about my ranking, whether you think I'm wrong or right on any of these. And if I'm wrong, let me know. I personally will probably not agree with you. You might put together some good points and surprise me. But that being said, that will be the end of this Madden ranking video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was fun for you to watch. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos. And remember, 1,000 subscribers before March 1st, and I will be buzzing my hair off. I will be getting a buzz cut. So stay tuned for that as well. I will be vlogging it if it does happen. So yeah, you guys got time is running out. Time is running out on that. So try and get me there. Anyway, that'll be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys have a great day. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.